Hi everyone, I thought I'd come out and walk my dogs. The reason I titled it the way I did it because I want to turn the camera around. I want you to see what Carmen looks like now. She's beginning to look a lot better. To some, she may not look. She may look the same, but to others, she may look absolutely beautiful. So let me. She's still got some weight to take off, but she's looking a lot better. So let me turn the camera around so you can see her and see what she. There. Now, what do you think? Sure, there she is. She's the brown dog. She's the they call her the red and white. Come on, girl. Come on. Yes, she has. She has lost weight. I don't know how much because I haven't weighed her. But look she doesn't look as fat as she did when I got her. Look how she walks so much better now. She runs through the house and she tries to play with Buttercup. She walks so much better. Her transformation is just uncanny. But that's because I've been walking her and I don't give her any more than a cup of food. No matter what I give her, she gets a cup of food and she can't have any more until that's gone. And she normally doesn't eat a whole cup in a day. She'll spread it out for a couple days anyway. Not in the street, Carmen. No, it isn't. The harness. No, it's not. It's not so tight. Her collar is loose on her now too. It's a lot looser on her than it was. So good morning. Good morning, Anna. Good to see you. I'm doing this because my dog was so overweight when I got her. I think most of you saw what she looked like when I first got her. And now she's really transformed. She's still got a place to go, but she doesn't seem to be as overweight as she was. She's still a little heavy to pick up, but she's not going to be the normal size of a Chihuahua because she's mixed with another dog. Oh, absolutely. Every time I put Carmen's leash on her, the first thing she does is want to play with Buttercup. You know, I put her harness on her and she's ready to go. She's running around. She's barking at Buttercup, wanting to play with her. They get along great. They've gotten along great since I've had them and had her. Whoa. And it's awesome. It's awesome how great they get along together. As you can see, Buttercup, she's on the thin side. I'm trying to get a little bit more weight on her. But a little better. I don't think as much about him passing on as I did. I still question as to why he went on the highway or went on the busy road. But, you know, never know the answer to that one. I still can't figure that one out, but, you know, it is what it is, you know. He went on the busy road and he was going to be more adventurous, I guess, but he found out that getting on that busy road, you know, that was his undoing. You know, he wasn't afraid of anything. So, welcome to everybody that's coming in, and thank you for coming in. That's right, exactly. I can't just lay around and say, oh my goodness, he's gone now. I can't be here for these dogs. I certainly am for these dogs. Walk them every day and make sure they have food and water. Good morning, welcome. Make sure they have food and water. I'm doing a periscope because I wanted you all to see the little transformation. Hi, sweetie, there you go. Now, my daughter wanted to know if Carmen was losing any weight. Could she tell? Can you tell now? Does she look like she's lost a lot of weight? Because I wanted to say, look at her transformation. She's really doing good. Of course, Buttercup's on the thin side, but yeah, I know she does, and I don't know what she weighs now. She's not as heavy to pick up as she was. So she really loves her walks. She likes to scout around, and you know, see everything. She likes to go where I don't want to go. Carmen, come on, we don't go over there now. Come on. But you know, you do what a good dog wants to do almost. Although I'm the pack leader. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go this way. No, I'm keeping her name. If I was going to change it, Mark, I would have changed it when I got her. No, that's the name that she had when I got her, and I'm keeping it. Now, Chewy, when I got him, he had a Spanish name, and I changed it to Chewy. But her, no, she had the name of Carmen, and I kept it because I thought it was a good name. So I kept it. But you can see that she still has that wiggle in her butt. I do too. She has that wiggle in her butt, but she looks so much thinner than she did. Her harness is fitting looser. Her collar is fitting looser. She's just and she runs through the house now. Her face doesn't look as fat as it did. She really looks no, she doesn't. She doesn't have that bowl full of jelly anymore, does she? She did at one time, yeah. Yes, she does. She's a Chihuahua mix, and I really love her. She sleeps on my bed at night. She'll get right up by me sometimes, and I can't move, and I make her have to go to the other end of the bed. But oh, thank you. When I first got her, you have to go back to the Periscope when I first got her on the well, I got her on the 21st of August, but I showed her on the 22nd. You'll have to go back to that Periscope. Hi, Libby, welcome, and see what she looked like then compared to now. I mean, I have to go back there, and I can see I can see the difference already. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They really do. They really make me happy, and I got to be here for these two. I can't dwell on what happened to Chewy. I've got to be here for Carmen and Buttercup. You know, they're the ones that I'm here for now. I have to feed them, take good care of them, walk them every day. Come on, Carmen, and make sure that they're taken care of. You know, because I can't do anything for him anymore. So, you know, I'm willing to. Hi, Valerie. Good to see you. I'm doing a scope because I want you all to see the transformation that Carmen has made so far. She really looks good. She hasn't, she's lost some weight. Hi, good to see you. She's lost some weight, and she stretches the harness, the leash as far as it'll go. She can't go any further because I won't let it go. But she wants to get in people's yards and look around, but yeah, but you can see that just by looking at her that she isn't as fat as she was. She still has that little wiggle in her butt, as my daughter says, a little, I'm going to call wiggle or wobble, but she wiggles so cute that, but she doesn't, and her tail curl up in the end. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome. But she got that waddle in her butt. Yeah, she's still got that little waddle, but she doesn't look as fat. It was hard for me to take a picture the other day, try to show my daughter, but now we're walking. Oh, I know, it's still early. I've only had her 3 weeks, and 3.5 weeks. I know it's going to take time. Oh, I forgot to bring my bag. It's going to take time. She has to do her. She's not very modest, is she? Forgot to bring it, so please excuse me for that. I usually bring it, but forgot it. But she's a great dog. She sleeps on my bed. I don't know she's there until she whines and lets me know she's got to go to the bathroom. So then I put her down and let him out. So I had to get up at 4 o'clock this morning to let him out, and then I fell back to sleep again and woke up this morning at 6 o'clock when the phone rang. So, but she's doing so much better. It's real important if you have animals that you take good care of them, because we don't know how long we're going to have them. You know, they die just like humans do. They don't live forever. But she's 7 years old and Buttercup's 11. Oh, thank you. Well, Buttercup is the other one, the Pomeranian. She's 11 years old. And I've had her since she was 4 months. So, yes, they're both girls. The last, before Chewy died, he was the male and Buttercup was the female. Yep, these are both girls. The one with the purple leash is Carmen. That's the name she was given at the shelter, and I just kept the name. She was surrendered by a homeless person who had her. And apparently that homeless person didn't neglect her or anything, loved her, but loved her too much and gave her the wrong kind of food. So now I've got to try to get the weight off of her. But she's already looking better because she's not as fat as she was. She seems to, she's thinned out a little, and which is a good thing. I want her to lose the weight. That's why I walk her every day, just give her a cup of food, make sure that she's well cared for. I know she insists on going in this yard. I don't know why. Come on, girls, let's go walk. Come on. Good girls, come on. So, but like my daughter said, she's got that waddle in her butt. She does, and she's got a waddle. She's got a waddle, but you can see she's scouting over everything. She loves to look I don't know. They smell. That's what dogs. When you take them out for a walk, they smell everything. I don't know. They smell more than we can smell. You know, and they smell things that we can't. So, but you know something? Look at her feet. I think she looks like she's got white socks on her feet. I think she's got beautiful feet. Real beautiful paws. Boy, if I can't find her at night, I want to, because I go to put her back up in bed because I don't turn the bedroom light on. I just look for those white feet. And I says, oh, there you are. You know, because she's waiting for me to pick her up and put her on the bed. I look for those white feet because she's so dark, you know. They consider her red and white. But I've never had a Chihuahua before, so it's going to be interesting to see. So far, so good. I mean, her and Buttercup get along great. You know, and she can lay down beside her on the bed, and she doesn't move. She stays right there. Where Chewy, he kind of snapped at Buttercup and didn't want anything to do with her. He didn't want her laying down with him. He was kind of territorial. The only thing she's territorial on, and I haven't seen it yet, is food. She's very guarded when it comes to her food. She won't allow another dog to get in her dish. But yes, she'll get it in Buttercup's dish. So I have to keep her out of that because Buttercup's food is not monitored, and she's not on where I measure it out. Oh, thank you. Because I don't take Buttercup's food and measure it out. I don't have to with her. She needs to put on a little bit more weight. She's on the thin side. But Carmen, she's definitely got to get more off. But that you can see she's got that waddle in her butt. she's so cute though. I really love both of them. You know, they're good companions. They there for me throughout the day. Yeah, that's Carmen. She's the one with the purple leash. And Buttercup's the pink leash. They're my good companions. You know, I don't know where I'd be without them. You know, sure I got to let them out during the day. But how'd I get Carmen? Well, I don't like to go over it, but I got her at the shelter. You know, I had another dog, another Pomeranian, like Buttercup. Only he was a Pomeranian mix. He was on the small side, about 9 pounds. On 20th of August, he dug his way out of the backyard, which he has done before, and I went looking for him. Closed up where he dug out and went looking for him, and I found him. But instead of him following me home, he went on the road that can get busy at times. Well, at the time he started crossing the road, it was busy then, and he got hit and killed by a car. And I saw it happen, and that was the hardest thing to watch, is to him get killed by that car. But you know, it is what it is. I can't dwell on it. I have to go on because I've got Carmen now. And I got to take care of her because I got her the day after because I was so distraught. And she has helped me get over the fact that he's gone, because I can devote my time with her now and to Buttercup, you know, and play with her and talk to her and you know, really have fun. And she gets up on my chair and she falls asleep and she snores and she gives me puppy kisses like Chewy did. So that's... No, they did not. The car did not stop. The car behind the one that hit him did. There's 3 or 4 cars behind him that stopped. And the lady right behind the one that hit him got out and got an old sweatshirt she had in her car. And she put it around him and took him out of the street and put him on the curb. Because I was so distraught. I was going to try to get him out of the street, and she says, no, let me do it. She says, I don't want you touching him. So she put him on the curb, and he stayed there until... for a little while, because people were coming by and looking, gawking, you know how people do. And so one of the neighbors there, she said, would you like to have a box to carry him home in? I said, yes, I would. And that was hard. So somebody else said, well, I'll put him in the box for you. He gave me his collar, took his collar off, put him in the box so I could take him home, because that was hard, having to put him in a box and carry him. But I couldn't carry him home the way he was. No way. You know. So, and then... because it was getting close to dark, so I just left him in the box and buried him the next day. So I got him in the ground, and that wasn't easy to do either. But you know, it was done, and we had couple hot days a week after that, after he passed away. And boy, I tell you, it doesn't matter how deep you bury them or anything like that. You're still going to smell them when they start decomposing. Oh man, we got 100 degrees in 2 days. Those 2 days we had 100-degree weather. Oh my goodness, the decomp was terrible. Oh my goodness, I almost had to wear a mask outside. I couldn't even go out there, but that didn't last very long. Once the hot days were over, I can't smell him anymore at all because he must be completely decomposed now because it's been over 3 weeks. So, but that was hard. It really was. But I've got this one to take care of now, and Buttercup, of course. Oh, you have 2 dogs? Oh, yes, dogs are the best. They're good companions, especially when you live alone like I do. When you live alone, they're very good companions. They're nice to have around because you can play with them, and you can talk to them, It makes my day go faster, Carmen's starting to do things now that get me to laughing. Now, people remember how Chewy used to howl. He'd howl on Periscope. Well, she can do that too, although it's not as high-pitched a howl as Chewy had, but she does howl, and it's so funny to hear her howl. Buttercup will start barking, and sometimes she'll just start howling. But it's funny. It's funny to watch her. She's got different kind of mannerisms, of course, because she's hi, Linda. Good to see you. I don't know if you've seen my new dog. Good morning. I don't know if you've seen my new dog since my other one died. Oh yeah, Carmen's the rescue. Buttercup is not. I got her at the pet store about 10 years ago. And she's 11. She was 4 months old when I got her. So she was at a pet store, which has since been closed down. But Carmen is a rescue, and I would rescue again in a heartbeat. When I first saw her at the shelter, I'd gone on the Green Hills website, because we have a Green Hill shelter here. I went on their website, and I decided I was going to. I'll leave it alone now. Come on. I was going to check out and see what they had, and when I saw her, she's 7. She's 7. Oh, I'm doing okay, Linda, and thank you for asking. Yeah, she's 7. Chewy he wasn't even 5. He was only 4 years old. So he died too prematurely. I only had him 16 months, which isn't long enough. But just the fact that I had to keep going after him when he dug his way out was the hardest part to overcome. So that's been remedied now. So I make sure I don't lose her, but I don't think she'll dig her way out anyway. She's a bigger dog. She seems to enjoy being in the backyard, looks around, and does her job and comes in the house. So no problem so far. Yep, 7 years young. And like I said, Buttercup's 11. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have hers. I don't know what the lifespan of a Pomeranian is. I don't know what the lifespan of any of them are, to tell you the truth. But yeah, she's 7 years old. She was 7 years old as of August. I think around August 17th she was born, something like that, they said. So, oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, see, they're going to get groomed next Sunday. I've already made an appointment to get them groomed. Now, Buttercup needs to get she needs to get, clipped and everything, where Carmen doesn't. She just needs to have her nails clipped and a bath because she's short-haired. So she doesn't need to be groomed because her fur does not grow. Don't walk in the street, Carmen. Come on. So that's a good thing. She does need a bath. Be a lot easier for them to bathe her than me because I can't put her in the sink and bathe her. That's what I always did with Sarah when I had her, was put her in the sink and bathe her. But they don't really get that smelly anyway. I don't know where she'd been. It was a homeless dog, but she'd been out and about, so she loves having a home to be in and my bed to sleep in, and so she's really enjoying her time. She knows that she's going to have a good life with me, and that really helps, and I do everything I can to provide for her and Buttercup, make sure that she has food, she has water. Like I said, I walk her every day, which does help. The fact that she doesn't eat that much every day. How did I save her? I went and got her at the shelter. She was at the shelter, and nobody seemed to want her. When I saw her picture on the web page, and I went in to see her. Nobody wanted her because of her weight, because she's 10 pounds overweight, and nobody wanted her. And she has also if anybody knows what a cherry eye is, she has a cherry eye on her right eye. And people, oh yeah, she is. And people didn't want her because of her weight and the fact she had a cherry eye. That didn't bother me a bit, as I thought the weight can be taken care of. And her cherry eye, if it's really irritating her, the vet said that part of the eye can be removed. So that's not a big problem, and it's not real bad right now. It doesn't seem to bother her. Then I'm keeping an eye out on it. But you know, people have the craziest ideas why they don't want to adopt a dog. You know, because they thought she was just too big. But that, if you walk them every day and put them on a strict diet and don't give them too much food, because the vet's the one that told me not to give her any more, because I dropped Buttercup's leash. Buttercup, stop a minute. I dropped her leash. Hold on. That if you give her only a cup a day, that should help. And she doesn't even eat that cup in one day. She lets it go for a couple days before she eats it all. So that helps too. And walking her every day. She insists on her walks too. She loves it. All I have to do is mention walk, and she goes crazy. She'll start running through the house, which she couldn't run when I first got her, but she runs through the house, and she runs to Buttercup, wants to play with her, and so she just enjoys her being there. You know, she sleeps most of the day in the bedroom. She sleeps in Chewy's old bed. She'd rather sleep in there. She feels comfortable in there, so I just let her do it. I figured, well, I never got rid of his bed, and I thought, I'll just let her sleep in it. It's not her. She's not hurting anything. That's better. When I first got her, the first week I had her, she was sleeping under my bed. I couldn't find her anywhere. She was under my bed, half in and half out. And so now she doesn't do that. She shows herself every day, and she'll come out to me when she has to go to the bathroom. So then I let her out. And then she'll go right back to bed, or she'll eat before she goes back to bed again. So basically, that's, you know, she's very low energy otherwise. She's not like Chewy. She's not adventurous. She doesn't try to get her way out. Although she couldn't get out of the fence anyway. Your dog girl is 13. Well, the Buttercup is 11. I got her at the age of 4 months, and she's 11 years old as of March of this year. And Carmen is 7. So I'm not afraid to adopt a senior dog. Hi, Vanita. Good to see you. I'm not afraid to adopt them. Now, I just saw, well, I didn't see the dog, but it was only on the website. They had a dog at the shelter that was a Shih Tzu, and it was 16 years old. His name was Harley, and they had him for a while, but then finally I saw it was off, so somebody finally adopted him. I think the people were afraid because of his age, 16 years of age. Wow, that's pretty old. And I already had Carmen at the time, so thank you. I already had Carmen at the time, so I wasn't going to get another dog. They had another one there, Yorkie, called Petey, but he's gone now too, so he was on hold. So they just got big dogs right now. Yeah, she has. Hasn't she, Vanita? That's what I thought. I come in. She has slimmed down a lot. Yes, she doesn't eat much food. She's on a strict diet of a cup a day, and she doesn't even eat that. She barely eats a half a cup a day. So she doesn't eat all that much. So that's a good thing. She stops so much. Come on, girls, let's walk. And she likes to smell everything. That's why I guess that's what dogs do. But anyway, she's a good companion. She sleeps on my bed at night. I put her on her bed, on the bed, and she stays at the foot of my bed, and she'll sleep there. Of course, in the middle of the night, she ends up coming over by me, and I'll wake up the next morning. She's right beside me, you know. So she's real close that way. But she knows I'm not going to hurt her. She knows I'm going to give her a lot of love, you know. So, and you know, that helps. It didn't take her very long to take to me. In fact, when I went to the shelter, she took to Buttercup right away. They were smelling each other, and she wanted to play with her then, although she wasn't as playful as she is now. Whoa, what was that? Come on. What was that? Come on, let's go. She wasn't as playful as she is now. Oh, thank you. I didn't even see what that was, Linda. Whatever they said. I hope it wasn't too nasty. I'll go back and I'll probably block them. But she wasn't as playful as she is now because she was so big. She was so big. Yeah, she couldn't run as much as she can now. She can run now. So I let her. Oh, they said pretty dog. Oh, okay. So I'm glad you unmuted him. Yeah, she is a pretty dog. She is. She's considered red and white. And I've got her already set up to get her at the groomers next week. She doesn't have to get groomed per se. She just has to get her nails clipped and get a bath. So Buttercup has to be groomed. So I got to take her paperwork in for all the paperwork I got, you know, for the shop records and everything. I have to take all that in there because they have to have that information. Because I got to put it in the computer, you know, with her rabies and everything. So, so everything will be taken care of that way, and she'll get a good bath and everything, you know. But you see, she's got a waddle in her butt, as my daughter says. Look at that cute waddle. My daughter sees that waddle in her all day long. But compared to when I first got her, she has slimmed down a lot. Now, that being said, she isn't completely the size she should be. She should be about 15 pounds, what the vet said. Oh, you too. Thank you, Vanita. She's going to be 15 pounds. So she's got a little ways to go. But I'm going to when I take him to the vet next week, I'm going to take her over to Banfield, which is next door to the vet. And I'm going to put her on the scale and see what she does weigh. So I'm kind of curious what she does weigh right now, because she isn't near as heavy as she was. I still have to lift her up with both hands, though. I can't just pick her up with one because she's too heavy for that. But she feels a lot lighter than she did, because I had a hard time picking her up when I first got her. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know how to pick her up without hurting her, because there was just no way I could get my arm around her. You know, couldn't get my hand underneath her hardly. But now I can. You know, she has lost so much weight. You know, I think she lost. Well, see, when they first got her, she was 25.9, almost 26 pounds. And I took her to the vet a few days after I got her. And well, this is about a week later. She was, a little more than a week later, she was 24.3. Well, they had already weighed her at 25.9. I had taken her to the vet a day or two after I got her, because she gets a free pet exam. So they weighed her on the scale there, and she was 24 pounds, 3 ounces. So she'd already lost some weight since she was surrendered, because they had been walking her every day. Not very much. They told me not to walk her a lot. Just don't go on short, about 10-minute walks. I thought, well, that's not going to help. So I just took her on my 30-minute walks, and I think that's really been doing it, because 10-minute walk wouldn't have been long enough. She wouldn't have been able to lose that much weight. I thought, I'll just take her on my 30-minute walk. She'll be worn out by the time I get home. She'll go to sleep. Well, she did. So, but she keeps going on these long walks, and she loves them. You know, she knows exactly where to go now. As you can see, she scouts everything out. She's got to smell everything, and that's what dogs do. They put their scent on everything. They got to smell and see. Welcome to everybody that's coming into Periscope, and I thank you for coming in. Come on, Carmen, let's go. And she's got yeah. Well, yeah, they do. They pee as well. I mean, they all. She pees. They both pee and poop. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. You want them to do that. I mean, they're gonna do that on their walks. That's what Buttercup's doing now. She's peeing. Come on, come on. They're getting out of the camera range. I can't get them in camera range. Come on, girls. Let's go. Come on, Carmen. Come on. Oh, you get your leash all tangled up now. Oh, Las Vegas. Awesome. Good to see you. Welcome. Okay. Oh, they smell other dogs? Yeah, they would. Okay, there you go. You got yourself out. Okay. Yeah, they smell other dogs. Yep. They smell other dogs. And Chewy, since he was a male, he'd lift up his leg and he would pee on every tree, post, bush he could find. And I heard that was only because if he ever got out, he could find his way home. And I think that's how he did find his way home most of the time when he got out, is his scent would lead him home. Each dog has a unique scent that they let off. And but you know, the day he got killed, if only he would have followed me home instead of going on the road. And I still question that. I don't know why he did what he did, because he didn't know the danger. He'd never been on the road before, so I always had him on a leash, and so he didn't know what the danger was. No dog does, you know. So when I saw him cross the road and that car was right there, the first thing I said was, no, because I knew it was going to happen. And the guy just never stopped. He drove right on as if it didn't matter at all. Hi, Alex. Here's my here's my new girl. I've had her since the 21st of August, and she's lost a lot of weight since I've had her because she was really overweight. But she's still got that waddle in her butt, but she's looking so much better than she did. She really loves her walks now. And Buttercup, she's my baby too. I've had her since she was 4 months old, and she's 11, and she's a pom, as you can tell. They get along splendidly. They really do. I'm really glad that they get along so well. I'm going to walk over here. This is a tree, and I don't want to get myself clipped hanging down so far. But anyway, they get along really great together, and I'm glad of that. I wasn't sure, but when you go to adopt a dog, you have to have any other dog that you have in your household. You have to take them there to see if the dog will adjust to them, because a lot of dogs won't take to another dog. Now, that being said, Carmen won't take to other people. When she sees school kids standing out waiting for the bus, and they want to pet her, she'll back up from them. So she won't take to everybody. So I can't. I understand that. Whoops! I'm gonna get myself turned around. Here we go. She just won't take to everybody. She'll back away. I don't know if she senses something or what, but she won't come up to them. They'll ask if, well, can we pet her? I thought, yeah, if she'll let you, but she doesn't let everybody pet her. So now Buttercup, on the other hand, that dog will take to anybody. She doesn't know any strangers. But Carmen, being in the position that she's been in with homeless person, she probably it was hard for her to accept other people. She would have been around a lot of dogs, so it's not hard for her to accept dogs. But people, that's totally different. She can't really accept people that much. But Sarah was kind of the same way. She wouldn't accept a lot of people either. She was I called her my pug zoo because she had the face of a pug and the body of a Shih Tzu. So she was part Shih Tzu and part pug. She didn't take to everybody either. She was very skittish. And that's what Carmen is right now, is very skittish. And I don't force her on anybody because I know that it's going to take time. Come on, girl, let's go this way. Let's walk. Come on. So as you can see, she wants to go the wrong direction. She'd rather go back to where she was just at, and I don't want to do that. So this here is a camping trailer, so I got to go around it. But she loves to smell. She smells. Their noses are really keen. They can smell things that we can't. It's amazing the things that they can smell. And their hearing. Oh my goodness, their hearing is absolutely uncanny. I mean, she goes outside and she starts barking, and I don't know if she's hearing something or what, but I don't hear what she does. And she'll just be barking away, so I have to calm her down and get her to stop barking, which isn't the easiest thing to do because dogs will bark, as you know. So, come on, let's walk. So, I take real good care of her. She loves me, and I love her. She's got a good home. She's really progressing amazingly. That's why I come in here, because she really looks a lot better than she did when I first got her. If you go back to that Periscope when I originally got her, when I walked her on the 22nd of August, you can actually see how small she really is. Oh, come on, Carmen. You see how small she is now compared to what she was when I first got her. She was really, she still had the water in her butt, but she was really big. I don't know what she's slowing down for. You got a problem, Carmen? Oh no. I'm gonna have to tell the vet about that. Come on. But she's a good girl though. I don't know if she's around most of the day. She sleeps all day long. She goes out in the backyard and sniffs in the backyard, and she can probably smell Chewy in the backyard. She can smell. I don't think she can smell Sarah anymore because it's been a while since she's been gone. But I think she could smell Chewy. Now, that being said, Carmen is the fifth dog. She is the third rescue, but she's the fifth dog. The very first dog I had was a Bichon Frise that I got through a groomer. Not a groomer, a breeder. And that was after I moved here. And she was just 7 weeks old when I got her. And believe me, when I lost her, when she died, that was heartbreaking for me because I'd raised her from a 7-week-old puppy. And it was devastating to lose her so bad. But she had gotten diabetes, ketoacidosis, they said, and it just did her in. I took her to the vet, and her blood sugar was way up to 1,300. So they had to keep her overnight and got it down to about 270 for the next morning. I went and picked her up. This was a Friday morning, and I had to go to the pharmacy and get some the insulin and the needles, and I had to give those to her because she couldn't eat, she couldn't drink, and I had to give her stuff through a tube, and she just wouldn't eat. So this was Friday morning when I brought her back home, went to the pharmacy and everything, and then Sunday night, that was April 14th, I brought her home. Sunday night, April 16th, she died in the middle of the night. That was the hardest thing, to have to take care of her too, It was no fun, And my daughter-in-law couldn't believe it because she's the one who helped me find her, at the breeders. And she was so cute. I think there was about 7 of them at the time. And I said I wanted a female, so I named her Happy. And she was a happy dog. She never tried to dig her way out, although if I opened up the front door and she was right there, out she'd run. And she'd start running down the street, and I'd say, Happy, you get your butt back here. And I'd have to go chasing after her, and she'd start running the other way. And I'd say, you get your butt home right now. She did the last time she did that, she got her butt right home, and she never did that again because she wanted to scout the neighborhood. But I really love that dog, and I miss her terribly because I had her 5 years, and that was not long enough either. She was way too young to die, but that's what happens. Dogs die like people do. They get sick, But I'm trying to do everything I can to keep Buttercup healthy, and although she still has seizures once in a while, not very often. She has them less frequently now, so I'm just praying that they'll eventually go away completely. But I'm keeping an eye out on her on that, and keeping an eye out on Carmen to make sure that she stays healthy and she doesn't overdo on her eating, So that's pretty much it. It's just starting to sprinkle here right now. I'm getting water spots on my phone. But I wanted you to see that she has really come along great. Though those that were in here when I first got her, you can see a difference. Now those that have not seen her would not know that. It would look the same to them, or they wouldn't know unless you go back and look at the other periscope, which I have to go back and compare that periscope to this one. I know there's a little difference. She's still got that waddle in her butt, as you can see, but she goes so much better. She's got more energy now. Still low energy, but she can walk better. She'll run through the house, and I'll call her to me, and instead of walking to me, she'll come running to me. She loves being made over. She loves the fact that I pet her and I talk to her. I think Buttercup in a way gets a little jealous because she'll run up on the chair too. So I have to make room for both of them. I couldn't do that when I had Chewy because he wouldn't allow her up there. He was very territorial, and if she wanted to be up there, he had to be up by my shoulders so she could be on the chair. But these two can pretty much be on the chair. She almost is practically on top of Carmen, but Carmen doesn't mind. She doesn't push her out of the way. She doesn't snap at her. The only thing, like I said, that she's territorial about is her food. She's very guarded about her food, but I don't have to worry about Buttercup getting in her dish because she's got her own. So I haven't seen anything like that happen, although I've seen Carmen go over to her dish, and I have to tell her, no, that's not your food, because hers is not measured out where Carmen's is. So I said, you can't eat her food because I don't want you eating too much. So I have to watch that carefully too. But it's the same dog food, but she, I don't know, always looks green. Always looks greener on the other side of the fence, I guess they say. So I don't know why she would do that, because it's the same food, but she'd rather have hers than her own. But she's doing a lot better. She's beginning to realize her boundaries, what she can and cannot do. She knows pretty much that now if she barks a lot, I've got a command that I use, and she'll look at me and she'll stop immediately, because it can get kind of annoying when they bark for no reason. You'll wonder what they're barking at, especially if they start barking in the house. So I just use that command, and she stops immediately, looks at me, and that's it. So if everybody knows the dog whisperer, Caesar Milan, I'm trying to use the same command that he does for his dogs. I mean, that guy's got those dogs under control. I've never seen a man have about 40 dogs or so, and every one of them are very obedient. He really knows what to do with those dogs, you know, to change the dogs. He said people need to be rehabilitated. Dogs just have to be trained to do better. So I'm trying to do everything I can to make their lives simple, make them a happy lives, and not be a lot of stress on me. Because frankly, Chewy put a lot of stress on me, wanting to get out all the time and having to go chase after him. I didn't know where he was most of the time. Except for this last time when he got killed, he'd come home. He would always come back home, or somebody would find him and they'd bring him to me. Now, he had gotten out twice before that same day. He had gotten out, and because one of the neighbors had seen him, and I guess he was at the front door and he wanted me to let him back in. Well, I didn't think at that time to go out and see where the hole was he dug. I went outside and tried to look, and I didn't know where it was at. Well, if I'd have found it, he probably wouldn't have got out that night and he'd still be alive. But you know, that's neither here nor there. I can't change that. But he was a very adventurous dog. He didn't like being penned in, as some dogs don't. They don't want to be penned in. They want their freedom. They want to run, and that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to run. He wanted to make sure that he got his time in. Even though I walked him in the morning, that wasn't enough. He still had to go out and be adventurous. But Buttercup, she has never once tried to, and she was a Pomeranian. You can see she's never once tried to dig in the backyard, dig her way out. Now, Carmen's definitely not going to because she's so much bigger, but I don't think she would anyway. He just happened to be an adventurous dog, and I wish I'd have known that when I got him, but they didn't know his history of getting out, I guess. They just knew his history with cats, that he couldn't be in a family with cats because he didn't like cats. Carmen will bark at them. She likes cats, so she'll bark at them, though, when she sees them. Like she wants to play with them, but I said, you got to leave the cat alone. Chewy probably would have tried to fight him, tackle him or something. Well, they wouldn't have stood for it anyway, because cats, when they see a dog, they'll just snap at them and run from them as to want to fight with them, because if cats and dogs don't grow up together, that's what you get. So they basically have to grow up together. Because when I lived on a farm, we had cats. We didn't have any dogs, unless there were strays that would come in the yard. But we did have a beautiful calico cat, or was that a tiger cat? My daughter can tell you. I think it was a tiger cat. It was my daughter's cat, and a stray dog had come on the property, and it was a Doberman, I think it was, and the cat went up the tree, and that Doberman sat at the bottom of the tree and waited for the cat to come down. When the cat came down, it killed it. I was so upset. Oh man, I was so upset. Boy, I told that dog his what to's and wherefores, and I put it in the car, and I said, let's go. You're going to go. Get you out of here. So I did. I got him out of my place. So, but I don't know who dropped the dog off, but shame on them for doing that, you know, because they put that dog in a position where it killed the cat, you know. But that's what they'll do. So if you've got dogs and cats, and it was a tiger cat. That's what they're called. I think it was gray, wasn't it? I can't remember if it was multicolored or gray, but it was my daughter's cat, and she cried and cried when that cat got killed. Because what happened was, my son, I think it was, her brother, I had the dog tied up, and he went and untied her. He untied the dog, and that's when he took after the cat. And we were so mad at him for untying that dog. We told him, you leave that dog tied up because we don't want to kill him a cat. Well, you know, kids being kids, they're not going to listen. So he decided to untie it. Oh, gray and black. Couldn't remember the colors. But he untied the dog, and that dog knew the cat was up in the tree. So he waited for the dog waited for the cat to come down and nailed it. And we were so mad at him for letting that dog loose. We told him, and says, we put that dog on a chain for a reason. Didn't want him killing the cats. But he didn't understand that, you know. But, you know, it is what it is. It happened, and I can't change it now. I mean, those dogs are out of the camping range because they're smelling again. But I couldn't do anything about it. I felt bad that it happened. My daughter cried. You know, I'm gonna tell you, my son got reprimanded for that one. He never did again what he wasn't supposed to do, but you know, that's how kids can be sometimes. They don't always listen, and they do what they want to do. You know, if you'd only listen, the cat wouldn't have got killed like that. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, good, sweetie. You have a picture of the dog. I didn't take a picture of the dog. I don't know why I didn't take a picture of the dog. Yeah, you can send it to me when you call me. But if you've got animals, take real good care of them and don't neglect them. Don't abuse them. Now my son, he told me yesterday, they're going to be going to Canada for a week starting next Sunday. I asked my granddaughter, I says, what are you going to do with Coda? And she's an Alaskan Husky. I says, what are you going to do with her while you're gone? She says, well, we haven't made the decision on that yet. They have to get a neighbor or somebody to watch her because that's too long to be by herself. But she's a beautiful Alaskan Husky. They did have a golden retriever before that, but they had to put her down because she got to the point where she couldn't get up off the ground anymore. She would just lay there and she couldn't stand up. They thought the best was to put her down. And that was last year in August 1st, I believe it was. And I loved that dog too because every time I'd go there for Thanksgiving or Christmas, she would come to the door with a toy and want me to throw the toy. And I miss that. Coda kind of does, but not like Daisy did. So, you know, she was a member of their family for a long time, for about 11, 12 years. My daughter-in-law said not long enough. So, you know, it's a shame when things happen, but, you know, there isn't a whole heck of a lot we can do about it. You know, it is what it is, you know. So, I'm just about home. Get these dogs home. They'll probably go to sleep. But, I just wanted to come on and let you see that there is a difference with Carmen right now. She's looking a lot better. She feels better. She feels like she's got more energy. She doesn't feel like, you know, that she's overburdened with all the weight that she had on her, you know. So that's a good thing. Come on. So I'm glad of that. So come on, don't go in the street. No, Carmen, you can't go in the street. I want you to come on. She doesn't know the danger. Of course, she's on a leash, so I'm not gonna let her go. But, but anyway, I'm coming to my house, so I'm gonna get off of here as soon as I get to the front door. But I just wanted you guys to see the transformation that has been made with her, because she has really come along great. She doesn't eat as much, and she doesn't complain when her food is gone, you know, because she only eats so much at a certain time of day, you know. So I'm glad that I could come in here and show you both dogs, because people like it when I walk my dogs, especially when there's a transformation that has been made with Carmen. And people that are in here that didn't know, this is Carmen, my new dog. I've had her 3 weeks now. It'll be 4 weeks on Wednesday. Actually, you want a technical the date, it'll be a month on this coming weekend. So that being said, I think I'm going to close this Periscope up now because I'm going to go in the house. So I hope you all have a great and marvelous day. I may come back later and do a cooking scope. I'm not sure, but everybody have a great and marvelous day. Take care. Bye bye. Until we meet again. Love you all. Bye bye.